Hello guys, I'm Timothy Earle with Earle Sports Bets and Picks and Parlays, and welcome back to another edition of Ballin with Tim Earle. And we've got not college, but NFL Sunday for you guys. We'll be talking over 4 games. We'll talk over the early game with Miami and Cleveland, not Miami, Cleveland, Kansas City, Minnesota and Atlanta, Arizona, Cleveland, and Dallas, Philly. Before we jump into those games, 1 week pass, all sports, $70 to picksandparlays.net/Tim. We've got NBA, NHL, college football, NFL, and hey, Monday, not too far away. We got college basketball starting up. Super pumped about that. If you guys are interested in all of those plays, picksandparlays.net/Tim. And make sure you guys are following Earle Sports Bets on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. We appreciate everybody who does. Let's jump into it. Early game. This one's in Germany. This one's between the Dolphins and the Chiefs. Chiefs are 1.5-point favorites. 50.5 is the total in this one. And this is a bounce back spot for Kansas City. What the heck was that last week against Denver? What an ugly game for them. And I think they travel across the country. It's a business travel across the pond because this one is in Germany. I think this is a business trip for them. I think they come in, take care of business, and go out. And we notice with Miami, the teams that they've beaten this year, LA, the Chargers, not playing all that well this year. New England, under 500. Denver, under 500. Giants, under 500. Carolina, under 500. New England, under 500. All the teams that they've beaten, under 500. Oh, the 2 teams that they've lost to, Buffalo, over 500. And Philly, over 500. Miami doesn't beat good teams. They just don't. And I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs to take care of business in this one. Let's jump over to the Vikings and the Falcons. Falcons 3.5-point favorites, 37.5 is the total in this one. And I'm on Minnesota. This one's a fate of the injury report. What is the biggest story of this week? Kirk Cousins just went down for the entire year. Yeah. I think that I think, and you've seen the line drop. That's the thing. I would be like, oh yeah, probably Falcons spot. The line has dropped from a 4.5 to a 3.5. I don't know about you guys. That tells me that the Vikings at least keep this one close. Maybe even win this game outright. So I do like Minnesota to get the job done in this one. I got them plus 3.5 in this one. Let's head over to an ugly game, Arizona and Cleveland. Well, I say ugly. Cleveland's actually been okay this year, 4-3. Arizona 1-7, only beating the Cowboys. Browns 11.5-point favorites with a total of 38.5. Cardinals don't have a starting quarterback right now. They'll be on their third string because no Kyler Murray, and then Dobbs got traded. So they'll be on a backup quarterback or third string quarterback. Cleveland should have Deshaun Watson back for tomorrow, but we'll see. And the total in this one's 38.5. I don't see the Cardinals scoring anything. And I really don't see Cleveland putting up many points either. I think this one's going to be a ugly, low-scoring garbage game. I would probably lean towards Arizona to cover just because you see that total. I just don't see that many points in this one. I don't believe that the Cleveland Browns deserve to be 11.5-point favorites either. It makes sense, though, because of the conditions on how Arizona is. Maybe an Arizona team total under would be probably more inclined for this one, but I'm going to grab the under in general for this one. And here we go. This is probably the biggest game of the day. And it's, maybe even the second biggest because this is the biggest game. 5-2 Cowboys, 7-1 Eagles, and it's a total of 46.5 Philly, -3. I'm taking the plus money with the Cowboys. Or plus 3 or money line, whichever one you want to go with. I think the Cowboys get a win in Philly. Once again, this Philly team, yeah, they're 7-1, but I look at this one and be like, all right, how have they looked so far this year? Close game against New England, close game against Minnesota, a good win against Tampa, close overtime win against Washington, a kind of closer game against the Rams, a loss to the Jets. They took care of business against Miami. That was probably their best win of the season. And then a 7-point win versus Washington. This Philly team hasn't really looked all that good. They're winning their games, but they're not impressive wins. Dallas coming off of a 23-point win against the Rams, which was off their bye week. I think this team looks refreshed and ready to go. Give me the Dallas Cowboys plus the 3 or the money line, whichever one you want to go for that. Those are the 4 free picks in the NFL. All of our plays will be on the picksandparlays.net website, picksandparlays.net/Tim. That's where you can find all NFL, college football, college basketball, NBA and NHL plays. If you guys are interested in grabbing that. And make sure you guys are also following Earle Sports Bets on all social media platforms. Recap time. We'll grab the Chiefs on the money line. We'll grab the Vikings plus 3.5. We'll grab the under in the Cleveland game and the Cowboys plus 3. That's going to do it for this edition of Ballin' Out with Tim Earle. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.